like World War III out here with the horse flies. You got like 3 on the dash. Just look at them all.
First thing in the morning, we had to go pick up our Mack truck. It had a clutch brake that went out on it, so had to go pick it up and had to drive around the guy running in the road who could have been running on the sidewalk just a few foot over. So not sure what that was about. When we got back to the farm, me and Dad hooked up the truck to the dump trailer, and then I had to hop in to the fuel truck to go fuel our auger tractor, the one that runs the unloading auger for when we are dumping our corn into the wet tank. So wouldn't be good if we ran out of fuel mid-dump and had to shut the whole deal down to be able to continue harvesting.
Right now, I am fueling up our old Ford tractor here that runs the auger. We dump the trucks right here, which then runs that up into our wet tank, which then runs into our dryer, which then goes wherever we want it. So, fueling that up, don't want to be running out of gas or fuel while we are unloading trucks. Right now, I've been coming into work wanting to shell corn like the past 2 days, and then get here and they're like, tomorrow or Monday, and then here today, and which it's still dewy right now, and so we wouldn't, stalks and stuff are still too wet. But Granddad is crop dusting, he's spreading some cover crop, and my stepmom, she is helping load him, because that's what my dad and stepmom, they did for about 12 years, crop dusting business. So she's the go-to loader, whether she likes it or not, unfortunately. And, well, fortunately for me, I guess. So they're doing that. Usually the operation is we have one of our guys here unloading trucks, managing the dryer, and managing the grain bins. My granddad is running trucks back and forth as we're filling them. I'm in the combine, and Dad runs the grain cart. This is how it is during corn harvest. But Granddad and Ashley are tending to, Dad's over there, are tending to crop dusting right now, or spreading cover crop, and our other guy has not shown up, haven't heard from him. So that's just realities of running a farm, running a business. But oh well, hopefully we'll get going in the next couple hours. Another little thing that would have been a hold up is we would have only had 3 trucks, because we had 1 truck getting worked on. The clutch brake went out on it, but we just went and picked that up. And since we are waiting for either them to get done with the plane, or the other guy to show up, or the dude to dry up, multiple things we're waiting on, we're most likely going to make a move if we get going today from the field we're in to another field, because right now we had a rain two days ago, and the field's just too wet to get the trucks in and out of, and we got a field just a quarter mile down the road, multiple fields that we can tend to and keep the trucks in the road and easily make a loop to get back to the farm. So most likely we'll make that move just to keep things easier and wait for it to dry back up. Then we'll head back to that field whenever the ground firms up and we can get the trucks in and out. But now I'm going to pull some ears to test the moisture between 2 different fields to figure out which one we want to move to. One of them is going to have canola on it next year, so if we can go ahead and get it shelled and get the process of the stalks deteriorating and breaking down, that'd be good. So if it's equally dry as the other one, we'd rather start there. That way it can start drying up and breaking down the stalks for when we may burn some off this year or turbo tilling it, just whatever, but it will definitely help have that stuff go ahead and start breaking down. And here we are, the first field. Get to go and get all sliced up by some corn, but I'll head in here a good ways, pull some ears. I always do 4. That way we have enough to test the moisture back at the farm. Hey, these are spaced out pretty good. I like this little path. Usually come out with like an inchworm or some spiders on you too, so that's just kind of fun. I don't know if we got a skip row or if this is where, I don't know. Big row down here. I go in a little further. All right. I think I'm in here deep enough. You just don't want to pull them from your end rows, really. So, log down. I won't do them all in the same spot, but 4 of them regardless. Oh, that one was holding on. All right, got my 4. So I just checked that field right there. Now I'm about to check this field because this is the one that's going to have canola. So if we could get a head start on getting this one shelled, it would definitely be a positive. Got the moisture checked between the 2 fields and have interesting numbers on the moisture. One field was 26%, but that field was also the driest out of all of these tickets here the other day. So that was how many fields they checked, and it was the driest. And it just, the other day checked 22. Where I checked today checked 26, and another field checked 22. So I don't know, I think they're all pretty close to the same. Doesn't matter too much. So at least it was the one where we're gonna have canola, so gives us a reason to go start there. Got the belly full and time to go shell some corn. And as Bruce Buffer likes to say, it's time. We're going shelling. Been waiting 2 days for this, and I just can't believe we haven't been shelling. But I'm gonna go drop this truck down right here. That was the one we were getting worked on. Let the trailer down. I'm gonna move fields to the field where we are gonna have canola, so we're gonna do that one first. It checked drier, so that's where we're headed. Never done it, but gotta make sure to put that down. You don't need it up in the air while you're going down the road. Got our move started. Hopefully this new variety we're moving over to will be as good as this one has been to us. Well, we made it, so I'm gonna fire up combine. Got the bin open, flashers off. Got to put it in first gear, first range, whatever you want to call that. I gotta quit saying that so much. All right, we're ready to roll. Got a new variety and a new field, so I always get out and definitely check, and you got to adjust settings and stuff when you get to a new field, and new varieties for sure, because you can get whole different ear sizes and everything. Right now I'm finding lots of full pieces. Right there's a little split, but I'm really seeing lots of I mean, you can get over here. I mean, every one of these is no splits. So probably pretty good on my threshing clearance. And then you could think, okay, well, it might be too wide. There's one busted grain. There's one up here. So with this variety, I may need to close it up just a little bit. But overall, pretty happy with how the ground looks. And here comes Lizzie. A little visit from the wife. We are still harvesting high moisture corn. Our moisture is running around 25% still. We did move fields, already said that, but we're not any better moisture right now, really, so we're not going to be able to get a ton done today. Dryer just doesn't keep up with the 25. Maybe, I don't know, some fields have been checking 22, 23 in spots, so maybe after we get out of this field, we'll move over to a field that is more down around 23, maybe. But we'll see. Yield on this variety, this is a P15 143. And we have been doing, I really don't know. I'd have to go back and check. But this variety doesn't seem to be doing as good. Still good. We're not going to complain. Good yields. But the last two fields have been yielding really, really well. Yeah, right here's a little green patch. I'm up against some trees. Gets lots of shade over here. So this is a little extra green, but right now the moisture right now is reading about 23 in this green patch, so it's still all right. But this, when people see this green, this is online where they get their pains in a wad and start saying, oh, I didn't know John Deere made silage attachments and stuff. So that's just all funny to me. It's basically seemed like 90% of the people hating on us harvesting high moisture corn don't have dryers, so might as well just comment, hey, I don't have a dryer, because then I made another post and had quite a few people with dryers coming and, you know, backing up, because there are financial benefits to having dryers, but you just different strokes for different folks. I am working on filling the last truck for the day. We've got about 31 acres done right now. The dryer is backed up, so now we're just filling all the trucks till we can't unload anymore. Dad is taking off in the old Ford truck we have. And I don't think I'll be able to finish just solely with this truck. I'm hoping they'll be able to get a little bit of one unloaded and bring me another one or half one. Still don't know if that'll do it. It's gonna be so close. This is a 34 acre field and we've done 31 acres. So we're gonna have like 2 acres left if we don't get done. So that's just gonna be a little annoying. But Dad's taking off over there. I'm filling this truck right here. Should have things wrapped up pretty soon for the end of the day. And I can't remember if I commented on it or not, but this field, I know I said, is a different variety. And early on, I didn't think it was going to be near as good as the other two fields of a different variety have been. But as of right now, it might be within 10 bushels, so that's still going to be a really, really good yield, and not going to complain about that. But it, from early on, it is better than what I thought it was going to be. Unloading right here. That's the last truck, and we got, let me show you. That was the field over there, the other 30 acres. And this right here, literally from here to those trees right there, is all we have left. Booyah! They were able to empty one more truck. There goes a very, very full truck right there. We were able, or they were able to get this one unloaded, so I'll have just enough to finish this whole farm. Got moved to the next field, back to where I started 2-3 days ago before we got the rain. So that's it for today. Got the 35 acres complete and moved.